Right now at 10, Toma officials are shutting down concerns after more email threats were sent to Toma schools.
And a Sparta man accused of murder pleads guilty during his trial today.
Plus, a generous donation makes a new position at Viterbo possible.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. More threatening emails are being sent to Toma schools, but officials say it's nothing to worry about. In a Facebook post tonight, the Toma Police Department shared a message from Toma Area Schools Superintendent Dr. Mike Hansen. Hansen says another email hoax was sent today from the same domain that sent threatening emails last weekend. Officials say many other organizations throughout the U.S. are receiving these threats from the same domain, including Minnesota high schools. Toma police determined the domain came from outside the United States and that the threats are not credible. The Toma district will have school tomorrow.
Eau Claire's Sacred Heart Hospital is closing earlier than expected. Hospital Sisters Health System announcing today that the hospital will close on March 22nd. St. Joe's Hospital in Chippewa Falls will close the same day. Sacred Heart and St. Joe's were originally going to close on April 21st. Prevea Health Clinic locations in the Chippewa Valley are still set to close on or before April 21st. Prevea Western Wisconsin Residency Clinics and the UW Stout location are expected to provide their services through June 30th.
A Sparta man accused of beating his girlfriend to death in 2022 pled guilty as his homicide trial got underway in Sparta this afternoon. 32-year-old Sean Hawk is accused of killing 32-year-old Sarah Latimer following a breakup in November 2022. Hawk was charged with first-degree intentional homicide and multiple counts of repeated domestic abuse. Latimer's mother, Nikki, says on the day of her daughter's breakup with Hawk, Hawk beat her to the point that she ran to a laundromat where she saw a Sparta police officer. According to Nikki Latimer, that officer saw Sarah's injuries and didn't react appropriately.
He had walked in and seen her there and basically left her there. Just left her there, knowing that she was beat up and her boyfriend was on probation, and according to Wisconsin statutes, he could have gone and arrested him at that very moment.
Sparta Deputy Chief Booker Ferguson confirms a Sparta police officer did have contact with Latimer that night and offered to help, but Latimer declined. According to Ferguson, the officer acted appropriately with the information and observations he was able to make at that time.
An Illinois man is in custody for sexually assaulting guests at a Toma hotel where he works. 28-year-old Venkatesh Nalabatula facing 5 counts of second-degree sexual assault of an intoxicated victim, as well as 2 counts of committing battery on a person. According to the criminal complaint, Nalabatula is an employee of the Clarion Point Hotel in Toma. The complaint says 2 guests were allegedly assaulted in 2 separate incidents, one in October and one in December. Police attempted to get video footage from the hotel, but video from both dates were not available. The first victim's sexual assault exam indicated the DNA found on her matched that of Nalabatula. The second victim also underwent a sexual assault exam. Those results were not provided in the criminal complaint. Nalabatula is being held on a $500,000 cash bond.
A teenager who tried to kill a 15-year-old girl was sentenced to 20 years today. In La Crosse Court, Judge Ramona Gonzalez gave 19-year-old Austin Bailey his sentence. He will serve 16 years in prison and 4 years of extended supervision. According to the criminal complaint, Bailey broke into the girl's home in September 2022. He tried to strangle her while she was sleeping, but she woke up and fought back. Bailey began stabbing her with a knife. He eventually fled the scene before police found him and arrested him. During his 4 years of extended supervision, Bailey is to have no contact with the victim, her residents, or her family.
A warm start to this work week and a little bit more of the same due to come tomorrow. Let's get the latest from Greg.
Yeah, we have one more day at least potential record temperatures, and then still Wednesday is going to be mild, but we have some changes coming by the time we get to this point Wednesday. Overall, excuse me, high temperature was 70 degrees at La Crosse. That broke another record once again. As we look at overnight hours, really it's going to be fairly mild out there with a lot of cloud cover. Temperatures really already bottom out up to the north to the low 40s. We'll get down to maybe the upper 40s La Crosse. across further south may stay around the lower 50s. This high clouds will persist through the morning hour and then start to break up. So overall, we're going to see some of that clouds in the morning, but then more sun as we work our way towards noon, getting back up to 56 degrees for Eau Claire with that west-northwest wind beginning, as we do have a little bit of a front coming through, and that's why the winds will change. But overall, 49, so quite warm, well above even our average high for this time of year for La Crosse in the morning, climbing up towards 60 on our way, potentially to another record high of 70. So later on, we're going to kind of break down what's going to go on with the rain that we do have coming this way Thursday, and then some cooler but more seasonal conditions for the upcoming St. Patrick's Day weekend. I'll break that all down a little bit later.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks, Craig. Well, we have new details in Friday's fatal Clark County car accident that left 9 people dead.
According to the Clark County Sheriff's Office, a semi-tractor trailer heading east on State Highway 95 hit a van entering the intersection heading north. There were 9 people in the van. The Sheriff's Office says 7 were ejected. The driver of the semi was also ejected after entering a ditch.
The only survivor of the accident, a 2-year-old boy. He was taken to Marshfield Medical Center for treatment, and he was released to family members earlier today. The Clark County Sheriff's Office has identified the truck driver as 51-year-old Daniel Liddicoat from Rouey, Wisconsin.
The van passengers were James McCoy, Linda Byler, Lydia Byler, Orla Schrock, Ellen Schrock, Delilah Schrock, Susanna Hertzler, and a 6-month-old child. Family of the victims say they are part of the Amish community in Berks Garden, Virginia.
Conservative activists are looking to recall Wisconsin's top elected Republican. Today, supporters of former President Donald Trump submitted signatures to recall Assembly Speaker Robin Vos. The assemblyman upset Trump supporters after he refused to impeach the official who oversees the state's elections. Wisconsin's Elections Commission will meet tomorrow to determine whether there are enough valid signatures to move that recall forward.
Well, a school position worth $1 million. Viterbo University announcing today they've created its first ever endowed chair position thanks to a very generous donor. Scott Mihalovic was named the first Medlin chair for the university. His role will focus on educational leadership, representing Viterbo at academic conferences and engaging in scholarly research. An anonymous donor gifted $1.25 million to Viterbo, creating the endowment. Mihalovic says this investment in leadership at Viterbo is a win for both him and the university.
The money that is being endowed is really targeted for educational leadership, and that, for me, is the prize. Good schools, great leaders, hand in hand.
Mihalovic is a lifelong La Crosse resident and former Logan High School principal. Prior to his new role, he served as Educational Leadership Program Coordinator for Viterbo since 2014.
Still ahead tonight, the power of community.
Online action is galvanizing support for Super Buffet.
At Bygoff and Rohde, we know reputation is important, and it can affect your case's outcome. If you want your case to be taken seriously, you need lawyers who are taken seriously. Bygoff and Rohde, serious injuries need serious lawyers.
How will you reward yourself with the benefits you'll get from Riverbank's Rewards Checking? A morning pick-me-up, a leisurely round, a special dinner, or an evening pause. This checking account comes with 3.04 annual percentage yield. There's also a refund for foreign ATM transaction fees. Stop in to one of the convenient locations or visit online to learn more about Riverbank's Rewards Checking. Riverbank, local banking made simple. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Where there's a flooded basement, musty crawl space, or wood rot, there's an answer. American Waterworks. For more than 30 years, American Waterworks has been solving homeowners' toughest waterproofing problems. Schedule your free inspection and estimate today.
All the Taco Tuesday excitement at Taco John's can really start to mix things up. Just look at these delicious simmering Tuesdays. And on this taco, Tuesdays are only $1.19. See you on taco at Tuesday John's. Taco John's.
Is your personal injury lawyer trying to sell you a settlement that you don't think is fair? You need a lawyer who won't settle your case just to move on to the next one. Get the full compensation you deserve. Get Bygoff and Rohde.
A A drive south over the bridge on La Crosse's Copeland Avenue takes you by a quiet storefront for sale. Faded green and salmon walls and an unassuming sign, Super Buffet. Despite a buzzing open sign in the window, the parking lot often sits empty. But almost overnight, a barren business became a haven of hope, all thanks to one Facebook post. They say don't judge a book by its cover. Or in this case, it's don't judge a restaurant by the paint job outside. After years of being overlooked, a La Crosse Facebook group posed a question.
I read through the comments, and honestly, I was really upset.
Because for 23-year-old Christine Chen, that faded exterior hosts thousands of childhood memories. Her immigrant parents bought that building 17 years ago and put their life's work into a Chinese buffet.
Just didn't sit right with me that La Crosse didn't really know.
She posted her family story, how Super Buffet was her second home, how her parents battled grease fires, flooding, and COVID to put 3 kids through school.
My intent was not for it to get this big, not for everyone to see.
But the La Crosse community did see, thousands of them, and they responded in a way Christine would never have expected, with lines out the door.
I came out to show support, and I was just completely overwhelmed when I saw the parking lot was full.
The response was so massive, Christine came back to La Crosse to help her parents handle the load.
When I was younger, I would be like super short, running around everywhere and doing everything, basically cashier. They see me growing up, basically. So like, seeing these people really brought back a lot of memories, and it's really heartwarming.
We moved here when our kid was 5, and they would come in and play in the back room with Christine and her siblings, learn Chinese. We taught them English.
It makes Christine wish she could turn back time.
I honestly hated it here. I hated working here. I hated being here. I hated being known by everybody here. But I love it. I miss it. It's that Facebook post really, and the whole community that shared it, it really made me realize how tight-knit the community, like the La Crosse community is.
As grateful as she is by the support, Christine says her parents are still looking to sell.
This is a huge restaurant, and it's really just them running it.
So instead, Christine hopes other local business owners chasing a dream just like her parents can feel the same kind of community support.
Please support them before it's too late, because at this point, it's almost too late to support Super Buffet, but there's so many other restaurants that I really wish can stay open.
Now, Christine and her fiance are considering buying the building from her parents, and she's asking community members on Facebook what they'd like to see put there. Emily?
All right, thank you, Ken. If you recently bought Johnsonville turkey sausage, officials say to throw it away. The company is recalling the sausage over concerns it could contain rubber.
And yeah, we have some dry conditions. I'm going to break down how this storm that's impacting the West Coast is actually going to bring some rain, maybe even a little snow to the area by the middle or the end of this week. I'll break that all down coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Do we have a deal for you through the end of March? Hi folks, Harvey Wood here at Wood Sales and Service, Black River Falls. When you purchase a zero-turn Cub Cadet Ultima Series mower, receive up to $600 of free DeWalt power tools or $600 off a Cub Cadet snowblower. We've got the mowers, blowers, and tools, and they've got to go. There's on-the-spot financing too, with 0%, 48 months available. But you better hurry. This offer ends at the end of March at Wood Sales and Service, Black River Falls. WoodSalesService.com.
Turn the key and open the door to your next home with a home loan from Ultra. With a variety of loan options, from buying your very first home to building the home of your dreams, we're here to help make it happen with a local connection you trust. Our professional loan experts are with you every step of the home buying process and through the life of your loan, making it easy to handle your finances and getting you back to what matters most. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Hello, I'm Christy Halenka, Reading Program Chair at Viterbo University. Viterbo is proud to serve our area communities by providing programs that produce quality educators and leadership in our schools. Viterbo University is once again partnering with News 8 to recognize outstanding classroom teachers in the area. We look forward to working with generations of teachers and change agents for years to come. Do you know a top-notch teacher? Then go online to news8000.com or write to this address.
Getting up to 5% back is easy at Fleet Farm. Fleet Rewards members can earn up to 5% back on every purchase, in-store and online. The earnings stack up automatically. The more you buy, the more you earn. No rebates, no coupons, no hassles. And Fleet Rewards membership is easy, so sign up now and start earning up to 5% back on everything you need for everyday life at Fleet Farm. Some exclusions apply.
It's spring bonus season. Time to take control of your spring in a new Ford truck. Get started with exclusive spring bonus offers at your local Northland Ford dealers. Then own the season behind the wheel of your new Ford. Whether you're looking for power or capability, there's a Ford truck waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Get in the driver's seat today. Get an F-150 XLT with 1.9% financing for 72 months, plus up to $2,000 in total savings, and for a limited time, an extra $1,000 in spring bonus cash.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Johnsonville is recalling more than 35,000 pounds of turkey kielbasa sausage after customers found pieces of rubber in the food.
Yeah, turkey sausage is sold around the country, and while no one has suffered any serious health problems, the company, Salm Partners, is urging people to see their doctor if they suspect the turkey sausage has caused any injury. The recalled product has a Best Buy date of May 17th and May 18th. If people have the turkey sausage in the fridge, they should toss it or return it to the store for a refund.
The Biden administration says it expects Boeing to cooperate with investigations by the Justice Department and the National Transportation Safety Board into the Alaska Airlines door blowout incident. On January 5th, an Alaska plane flying over Oregon suffered a mid-flight blowout of a panel on the side of the aircraft. The airline says an inspection found loose bolts on many of its Boeing MAX 9s, but the company also acknowledged that it cannot find records related to the removal of the door panel, prompting criticism from transportation officials.
They need to go through a serious transformation here in terms of their responsiveness, their culture, and their quality issues.
The comment also comes just days after a different Boeing aircraft, this one a United Airlines flight from San Francisco, lost at least one tire during takeoff. And the following day, another Boeing 737 rolled onto the grass while exiting the taxiway in Houston. No one was seriously hurt in either incident.
Well, back in the Coulee region, what a warm start to the week. My
Yes,
goodness.
yeah.
Temperatures around 70 degrees, if you can believe it.
People were out in shorts, and they're going to be out in them tomorrow, too, because we're going to be hitting possibly 70, Greg, tomorrow.
Let's go.
Yes, we got another opportunity definitely for 70, at least in La Crosse and areas to the south and up to the north too. Eau Claire probably will at least get into the upper 60s. Depends on cloud cover. If we get thicker cloud cover, it might keep the temps down. But if we get the sun, which we expect in the afternoon hours, we could easily get higher than that. The one reason we do have that cloud cover, there's a weak little front, that cold front that's going to be passing through. So overnight we're going to see cloud cover continue, and that will keep the temperatures up in the upper 40s, near 50 in some areas, upper 30s to low 40s up to the north. But you'll see that wind shift come through tomorrow, and that's what's going to provide a little bit of a change in the direction of the wind and some cloud cover, but still we should be able to get up to the 50s by noon and then 60s in the afternoon, with once again some areas getting all the way up to 70, especially as you go further south of the area. Now cloud cover will continue to increase, but that won't be really till Tuesday night. Overall, still a mild Tuesday night going into Wednesday once again. Now relative humidity is a concern. We've had very dry conditions today. We're in the 20s, the teens. Once we rise up to the 60, 70% range in the morning hours, we're going to see them fall right back down to the 20s to even teens once again. So very dry conditions. And the winds will be out of the northwest up to the north, a little bit of 5 to 15 miles per hour. So not quite too strong, but strong enough that it could be a concern for some areas too. And that's why if we look at overall, there's still a special weather statement out for tomorrow. And this is really for fire weather. It's elevated concerns due to those very dry conditions and borderline winds. They're not too strong of winds, but still with these conditions, something to keep in mind of. And it does include some of our areas up to Eau Claire, up to Ladysmith area too. Something to keep in mind of for outdoor burning. We are tracking that system. It's going to come across the west coast, eventually the Intermountain West, and then emerge into the plains by the time we get to Wednesday, and then lift northward up to the area. So there's your low right there in Kansas by the time we get to Wednesday night. So we should see a rain band come push up towards the area towards Wednesday night into Thursday morning as that low lifts up to Iowa. Now this this will make for a rainy Thursday for most of the area. And then we're going to see potentially a changeover happen, at least further north, as we go into Thursday night into Friday. That could go back to rain and snow mix, or just plain all snow as we go towards Friday morning's commute. So we'll keep an eye on that right now. There's also a possibility this system could also track further south and less rain that the area will get. But right now it looks fairly confident we are going to see a wet period at least Wednesday night through Thursday night with the potential for some snow. Behind this, we are going to see the winds turn around. It's going to get a little bit colder for the weekend. In the meantime, there's your record temperatures we'll see for the next couple days, and then you'll start seeing it kind of fall back to where we should be. And by the time we get to this weekend with that northwest wind, we'll actually be at or maybe even slightly below average for the first time in a long time, which means we'll probably be back around to about the 40-degree mark for a lot of areas come Sunday. So it'll actually feel kind of coldish that we've had than lately, those temperatures. But for tonight, definitely not. We're going to be right around 50 for some areas, in the 40s to the south, to the mid-30s up to the north. So fairly mild start for your Tuesday. And then we have temperatures back near the upper 60s, near 70, with once again high clouds out there and very dry conditions out there with that fire concern. Otherwise, the rain comes back in Wednesday night through Friday morning. Once again, we could see a change over to snow at some point and for some areas. Otherwise, then we see temperatures drop for the weekend. And actually, as we get towards Monday of next week, 40, that is below average, which we haven't seen below average temperatures in probably about a month, or seems like.
Right.
So it's going to be a good weekend for St. Patrick's Day. It looks like it's just going to be fairly cold and more mid-March like we should be.
Okay, we'll take it, I guess.
Yep.
Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the fun of NFL free agency has begun, and it doesn't come without some tough goodbyes. Kate's going to get you all the updates on both the Pack and the Vikings right after this.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
College is more than the knowledge you gain. It's a place to cultivate your curiosity. It's where you explore the potential and what's next. It's where you find the tenacity to rise, rather than settle for good enough. It's a series of moments that add up to form your future self. It's where what you want is within reach, on your terms. It's where you find a career, not just a job. Western Technical College. Discover what you're made of.
My feet hurt so bad in the morning, I couldn't even put my feet on the floor. So I had to start engineering my own arch support. So I got that, then I put this in there, this one. Finally, before I added another one of these in, I went to Good Feet, and they gave me this. So I built all this together to engineer a solution to my pain. And if I'd have just gone to Good Feet, I'd have been better off in the first place.
Good Feet Arch Supports, engineered for pain relief, personally fitted for you.
What I love about T-Mobile is that just about anywhere you go, you're going to have coverage.
Where I live is a rural area. The coverage has been awesome.
Reliable coverage is super important for me, for my business.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Try T-Mobile's network free for 3 months. Your phone, our network, no strings.
Whether it's a bathroom remodel or comprehensive plumbing services, we at Maxwell White strive to keep our neighbors safe and comfortable in their homes, offering honest, upfront pricing on every service, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call Maxwell White today.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Welcome to News 8 Now Sports. I'm Kate Overton, filling in for Rob Schiff. As we close out the end of the high school winter sports season, that means spring sports are getting started, including lacrosse for the first year ever. And starting next year, our area will have their own WIAA lacrosse co-op. Earlier this afternoon at Central High School, coaches, administration, and athletes gathered for the official announcement of the lacrosse co-op starting in the spring of 2025. La Crosse Central, Logan, Aquinas, Onalaska, Holman, West Salem, and Luther will join together to form the team. It's a sport that's growing across the country, and the area schools want to help it grow here in La Crosse.
The lacrosse movement in this area needs everyone's support to get it going. You know, it's one of those sports that's spreading across the state, but this area is a little bit behind, and we have interested kids in our school and want to give them the opportunity to play a sport that they love.
It's a great sport. I mean, watching it's fun, playing it's super fun. People just don't know much about it because it's not as mainstream as some of the other sports.
Right now, there will only be a boys co-op team to start, but La Crosse Central Athletic Director Mark Ambrose said that the goal is for the sport to grow to the point where they can have a girls team as well. Again, this will start next spring. And as I mentioned, the high school winter sports season wrapping up this week with a couple of state basketball games in Division 4. The Aquinas Blue Golds are back to the Kohl Center for the first time since 2016. They'll take on Mineral Point Thursday at around 8. And then in Division 2, the West Salem Panthers are back at state for the third straight year. They'll take on Pewaukee in the semifinals Friday afternoon. Also this week, NCAA Division III Wrestling Championships being hosted right here in La Crosse for the first time since 2017. UWL will have 7 wrestlers completing, including Nolan Hurdle at 157 pounds, who's looking to repeat as national champion. First session begins Friday at 11 a.m. with the finals happening at 7 o'clock on Saturday. Big week for the NFL as free agency set to start up later this week, but today the tampering period begun, which means deals and moves are already being put into place, including longtime Packer David Bakhtiari announcing today on his social media that he will not be returning to Green Bay. The 5-time All-Pro played in just 13 of a possible 54 games over the last 3 seasons. It's also been reported that Packers will release veteran linebacker Devondre Campbell in a salary cap saving move. Now, they did make some moves adding to the team by re-signing tight end Tyler Davis. The backup and special teams player tore his ACL in the preseason last year and is expected to be ready for the start of training camp. Green Bay also expected to sign former Raider running back Josh Jacobs. The contract is set for a 4-year, $48 million deal with a team option after the first year. Jacobs led the NFL in rush yards just 2 years ago before sliding a bit last season. But with that news brings sad news as the Packers informed running back Aaron Jones that he is being released and will now be a free agent. And there's even more. Packers are adding safety Xavier McKinney on a 4-year, $68 million deal. Big news for Green Bay as the safety position was maybe the biggest priority for the Packers, and now they've got a new number 1. Minnesota will be looking for a new quarterback as Kirk Cousins has signed a 4-year deal with the Atlanta Falcons and is out in Minnesota after 6 seasons, which means the Vikings will look for a new guy to take the snaps. But in the meantime, they went out and picked up a new pass rusher in Jonathan Grenard, who's coming off of a double-digit sack season with Houston last year. It's reported to be a 4-year, $76 million deal that includes $42 million in guaranteed money. And they also added former Dolphins linebacker Andrew Van Ginkel and former Texans linebacker Blake Cashman to help with that defense. Now, free agency, always a weird feeling. You get new guys on your team, but also you see some guys go, and that was certainly the case for Green Bay.
Yeah, we got some Texans on there.
Yeah, they sure do. And the Vikings investing in a young pass rusher. Andrew Van Ginkel, former Badger. That's a good pickup for them.
Iowa native right there.
And an Iowa native. Oh, my goodness, right there. So it's just helping all of us here.
Right.
So we can all root for
exactly.
Andrew Van Ginkel. All right, good stuff. Thanks, Cade.
All right, more news after the break.
During Markdown Madness at Dahl Auto, choose from over 1,300 vehicles with special sales event pricing. Then make no payments until June, plus get $250 in accessories. Make a fast break to Dahl Auto.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
There's obviously a lot of different health issues related to untreated hearing loss. Hearing loss can affect tinnitus, depression, isolation, heart health, cognitive decline, hypertension, diabetes, osteoporosis, safety, and balance. The point is, you're never too old to do something.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main, Onalaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
The 2024 Early Bird Home Show is your opportunity to transform the exterior of your home into something truly better than new. New seamless steel siding or attractive vinyl siding, new soffit, fascia, gutters, and window trim. Even new windows and doors will make your home better than new. Call, visit, or reach out online for a prompt free estimate on transforming the exterior of your home during the 2024 Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store.
It's Blaze Farm and Fleet's Rewards Members Spring Early Bird event. Now through March 20th, we're showing extra appreciation to our rewards members with exclusive members-only deals. Right now, get a half-price Mobil 1 oil filter when you buy a 5-quart jug of oil. Buy 3 tires, get 1 free. Rewards members get an extra $25 instant savings and up to a $100 consumer rebate when you buy 4 Cooper tires. Shop unbeatable rewards member deals and more for just a limited time in-store or online at farmandfleet.com.
Have your own 5-star experience at Dahl Auto.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Cinderella Dreams in Virginia has been providing prom dresses to teens in need since 2006.
The organization collects like-new prom dresses, has them cleaned, and gives them away at no charge to families who are on a tight budget. When teens come into a Cinderella Dreams shop, they are paired with their very own fairy godmother to help put together their dream prom look.
Nicole Brown, the organization's president, says it's all worth it when she sees the excited looks on the teens' faces.
Just seeing that self-confidence, that aha moment when they finally find the perfect dress and they're ready to go. They're ready for their prom. They were able to come in here and shop and have a wonderful shopping experience with a fairy godmother.
How fun. Their offerings include not only the dresses, but also shoes, makeup, and jewelry, all for free. And look at those gowns. Those are beautiful.
Absolutely.
I can't believe we're upon prom season right now.
Right? Unreal.
There's gonna be lots of prom dress sales and people getting ready for the big night.
Yeah, because I'm all about that. I think I took 5 seconds to pick out what I was wearing.
I know, you
my
guys,
prom.
I know. I think I got my prom dress a year in advance. I was so excited about it. And then the night just flies, and then you go donate it to somewhere. It's like a wedding dress. You wear it one time and then you give it away. So
yeah, but a good experience.
Good thing that they're doing right there. Okay, we'll be right back after this.
See the stories you missed or watch them again on our YouTube page. Or find us at news8000.com.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Why settle for a plain ceiling when Menards carries stylish and durable ceiling tile options? Armstrong ceiling tiles offer a variety of styles that are easy to install. Get the Brighton 2x2 ceiling tile for only $339 each after rebate. We offer a great in-stock selection of utility lighting, ready to take home today. Get a 2-pack of 2x4 LED panels for $99.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's network free for 30 days?
Yeah.
Use this app. Want to do it even faster?
Here we go.
Oh, wow. U.S. Cellular works great out here. Wow. Still have 5G here, too. Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my rec room. Yep, it's working. Hey, thanks for the lift.
Test drive U.S. Cellular's award-winning network free for 30 days.
It's spring bonus season. Time to take control of your spring in a new Ford SUV. Get started with exclusive spring bonus offers at your local Northland Ford dealers. Then own the season behind the wheel of your new Ford. Whether you're looking for new adventures or dominating the day-to-day, there's a Ford SUV waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Get in the driver's seat today. Now, get a Ford Edge or Explorer with 1.9% financing for 66 months, plus $3,000 flex by cash. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
March is Theater Education Awareness Month, and the La Crosse Community Theater has partnered with La Crosse Schools to provide our youth with a magical experience of theater regardless of financial circumstances. The Star Academy summer camps are designed for both new and experienced youth performers and technicians. Our teachers are dedicated to building confidence, cultivating empathy, and expanding creativity. Find out more at lacrossetheater.org.
So
See superstars in the Celtic music world, Natalie McMaster and Donnell Leahy. Wednesday, March 13th at the Viterbo Fine Arts Center. Canadian fiddler and step dancer Natalie McMaster has built a sterling multi-decade career on electrifying playing. Her husband, Donnell Leahy, is known as one of the best fiddlers in the world. Order tickets at 608-796-3100 or online at ViterboFineArtsCenter.com.
All right, warm tomorrow, 70s, even mild Wednesday, and then the rain does show up Thursday. So
Okay, sounds good. We'd like to wish you a very happy birthday, Greg. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.